Have you ever heard about the fight that changed history? Stay with me, cause I'm gonna take you on a journey through time. We all know that fights could happen in the world of football, and I'm sure you've seen at least one silly football fight in your life. But this one is totally different, because it turned Maradona's life into a legend in the southern city of Naples. Now let's go back in time where it all started. In 1987, Johan Cruyff left Barcelona, but Barcelona couldn't move on without him. The Catalan club was desperate to find a player who could fill the gap left by Cruyff. They kept looking and looking, and finally, Maradona's file was delivered to their table. At that time, Diego Armando Maradona was a player for Boca Juniors, and the biggest clubs in Europe were fighting over him, especially after his brilliant performance with Argentina in the 1982 World Cup. But he chose to wear Barcelona shirt, and the deal was completed for 7.6 million. And in that time, it was the most expensive transfer in the world. In his first year, all the people of Catalan were extremely happy with his performance, because he helped them winning 3 titles: Copa del Rey, the Spanish League, and the Spanish Super Cup. We all know how the competition is on fire when we mention Real Madrid and Barcelona. You can imagine the Bernabeu in 1983, the fans, the whistles, and all of that for who? Of course, for our golden boy, Diego Armando Maradona. It was all from Real Madrid fans to Maradona. You know why? Because in that crazy Clásico, Maradona found himself face to face with the goalkeeper Agustín. With the goal wide open, he had a clear chance to score. Instead of taking the shot, he waited for the defender José, who attempted to stop him. Maradona gracefully dodged José's attempts and then shot the ball into the net, scoring a goal. With this move, he attempted to humiliate the defender José for his repeated attempts to obstruct him, and that left Real Madrid fans with a shocked face. Everything seemed to be going well in the first season, but in the second season, things took a turn for the worse for him at Barcelona because of his battle with hepatitis. The unlucky Maradona kept suffering injuries coming from harsh tackles from opposing players, including a brutal tackle by Andoni during a match between Barcelona and Bilbao in 1983. This tackle was described by the press as a savage assault that resulted in Maradona fracturing his ankle. After this incident, doubts arose whether Maradona's career would come to an end because of this injury. I mean, yeah, a fractured ankle could seriously end a player's career. But no. El Pibe de Oro defied the odds and returned from the injury after only 3 months of treatment. After the injury, Maradona found himself in a psychological state, feeling like a target for deliberate violent tackles from some players in Spain. I don't blame him. Just imagine how hard it is to see players trying to injure you on purpose. And the new chapter of his life began in 1984 Copa del Rey final between Barcelona and Athletic Bilbao at the Santiago Bernabéu Stadium. Attended by 100,000 fans, even the King of Spain was there. Then, tensions ran high. Violent tackles has started on Maradona by Bilbao players, including Andoni, who had injured him before in another match. You think it stopped there? No. Bilbao fans hurled racist chants at him throughout the game, and with the match ending with Bilbao winning 1-0 and winning the title, Maradona exploded with anger on the pitch. He began hitting Bilbao players with his hands and feet, turning the field into chaos. A massive fight started between players from both teams, with even the fans joining in by throwing objects onto the field, and 60 people were injured as a result of his irrational behavior. It's crazy, I know. And because of this incident that happened during the match, Barcelona said, "When I witnessed the event caused by Maradona and chaos that ensued, I was certain that this would be his last day with the club." Maradona felt depressed and disappointed, but little did he know what fate had in store for him. Let's look at the other side for a sec. In southern Italy, Napoli was desperate for success in football. They hadn't won the Serie A title since forever, and things were looking bad. They were a team filled with passion and determination, but struggled to make their mark in Italian football. The fans were loyal, but success seemed out of reach. And suddenly, they heard Barcelona was selling Maradona after a big fuss in the Copa del Rey final. They saw a chance and went all in to buy him. Against all odds, they got Maradona for $10.5 million, making him the most expensive player again. The Golden Boy arrived in Naples in 1984. He was hailed as the savior, and the newspapers said that he was more important than the mayor. Maradona didn't disappoint. He led Napoli to their first ever Serie A title in 1987, and he did it again in 1990. It was an amazing achievement for the club and the city. Maradona continued shining with Napoli, winning the Coppa Italia in the 1986-87 season, and he helped Napoli win their only European continental title and the UEFA Cup in the 1988-89 season. He became the beloved icon of Napoli's fans, an untouchable legend in the city of Naples. After this lovely journey with Napoli, Maradona became the club's all-time leading scorer with 115 goals. And during that time, he also led Argentina national team to victory in 1986 World Cup, making Argentina's second victory. Sadly, Maradona's departure from Napoli was not as smooth as expected because of his bad behavior and troubled personality. His downfall came when he failed a routine drug test after a match against Paris in 1991. But it didn't end there. Maradona continued to use cocaine, leading to a 15-month ban from playing. After all these events, he decided to leave the club in 1992 and moved to Sevilla FC, but he continued to struggle and making bad decisions until he returned to his homeland through the gates of Newell's Old Boys Club, and eventually he retired with Boca Juniors in 1997. Despite this rough end to his career, Maradona remained a symbol in Naples. Even after his departure, the club management decided to retire the number 10 jersey that he wore throughout his time at the club. And let's not forget the Napoli Stadium was named after him, in appreciation of what the Argentina legend had done for the club, the fans, and the city, which became known worldwide, thanks to Diego Armando Maradona. Write down in the comments the most moment you love for Maradona, and don't forget to press the like button and subscribe to the channel so you can get more stories. See you in the next video.